So to create 2B of the question, guys, you all are going to use Microsoft Word to create this program. And remember, when we did programs, I told you that a program can also be called a brochure as well. And when we did this question, we could go into Microsoft Word. You can go into New. You could go to Online Templates. And you could look for a brochure that is similar to whatever the question is asking. And all you would have to do is take off the information and type in your specific information. You can also create this program from scratch if you guys wanted to. Let me just show you something. You can either use here, which I think will save a lot of time by using an online template. You can also create it from a blank document as well. What you can do, you can set a 2-column. And the reason why you can set a 2-column is because it's broken up into 2 areas, right? So you can set two columns. And how do we set columns? How do we set those columns? To set those columns, I just go to Layout, I go to Column, and I choose the option 2, and automatically Word will create 2 columns because I'm seeing this gray area here indicates that it's broken up into column 1 and column 2. And you can basically type your information here on the first part of your column. So this could be typed into the first part of your column here. And when you're finished typing into the first part of your column here, you can either, if you want, you can type it up in a text box. You could also probably do it in a page border as well. Let's try it in a page border. Right, so your page border would actually go around the entire page. So that will give you that there. And in columns, when you go down, you could go to the option More Columns. It actually gives you the option to have a line in between. But you would not see the effect of this line until you start typing. Only when you start typing, you'll see the effect of this line. Okay? To move across from one section to the next, you go into breaks and you will see something called a column break. And that is how you guys are going to get that line straight down the middle there. So you can use this option as well. Or you could probably even draw it from insert and shapes. You can draw down your line. You can even use your text boxes and you can create your information as well. And those are the different ways that you all can create your own brochures. You can either do it manually in Microsoft Word like this, or you can go online and you can look for a template where you can just remove information and put in your information. The choice is yours. However you all want to do this here. I'm going down to the next question. The next question that I have to do here is a PowerPoint question, right? So this takes me to question number 3, right? This question is nothing hard, right? This is something that we have done in one of the previous classes, right? You are to create 4 slides. How do you create your slides? Well, in order to do that, you have to go into PowerPoint. To add your slides, you'll come to New Slide and you will add the appropriate slides from your New Slide option. Please type it in the order in which you are seeing it here on your screen. Please follow the instructions. For example, it tells you to use, for this here, it's Times New Roman, the size of it is 60. For this one, it tells you stat. Stat means leave it as it is, so you are to leave the words panel, committee here. You would see that the examiner crosses off the bulleted points, which means that when you type your information, for example, let me just put in a slide. Notice that the bullet comes in automatically there, right? As you type automatically, it comes in. The examiner is telling you to take off your bullets. You can highlight your information. You could come here to your bullets icon and you could choose the word none and that takes it off. That is how you'll take off all of your bullets. Or you could simply click before each one and hit your backspace key. That is also going to take it off. You can take it off either or. Right? Please make sure when you type the information on your slides, you follow the information. The all bulleted information has to be Times New Roman, and the size of it has to be 42. So all this information here, Times New Roman, the size of it is 42. Inserting the date and time on your slides, you come here, insert, you will see date and time. This is how you would insert the date and time on your slides. All right. Right, you have to save it as slides. After typing all 4 of these slides, right, you would actually have a 5th slide, because it tells you here, insert a new slide after the title slide. Your title slide is actually this first one here. So after slide 1, after typing 1, 2, 3, 4, you will insert a slide. So this slide becomes number 2, this becomes 3, 4, and 5. So in total, in this exercise, you will have a total of 5 slides and not 4 slides. So when you do all 4 slides, you would come back and click on your first slide, and you'd insert a new slide here to become slide number 2, and that is where you would type the information from the question here. There is no heading, so you just go, there is no heading, which means you can just leave this blank, and you just come here and you can start typing out the 3 pieces of information that is given to you in the question. And notice that it has to be numbered. So it's not bullets that you have to use numbers. So when you type out your information, you would highlight it, you would come here to numbers, and you will choose the option 1, 2, 3, using the same format that the examiner would have used here. Okay, guys, it is now almost 2:40, so we are going to take a 15 minutes break, and we will come back, right? It's almost 2:40, like I said. We're going to take a short break, and we are going to come back. So by 2:55, we should be back, okay? Do we understand that timing? Yeah. So break time now. You're going to come back at 2:55.